Beat Saber. Most people play to relax. However, Beat Saber has been created in such a way that you can forget about being at peace. Even the little trailer keeps us in suspense, not to mention the game itself. Beat Saber is a rhythm game for virtual reality, first shown at Gamescom 2017. The player has in his hands two lightsabers, one red and one blue, which he uses to cut cubes that fly straight at him. The concept of the game isn't new, but it doesn't make it less interesting. The musical design is harmoniously combined with the visual effect on the screen. The cubes move to the rhythm of the music. Periodically, red blocks fly towards the player, who must avoid them in order not to lose. Interestingly, Beat Saber not only offers dozens of hours of excitement, but also helps burn calories. Despite the fact that the game seems simple, to play as well as it's shown in the video, you'll have to train and sweat a lot. Tilt Brush. For a long time, developers have been looking for ways to create programs that would help develop a person's creative potential. The result is Tilt Brush. It will definitely attract professional artists, as it expands the possibilities of working creatively. People who love to draw will be delighted, because the game helps you express yourself in a way that was previously unknown. Tilt Brush lets you choose a virtual brush and make a 3D drawing. The possibilities are really unlimited. The program allows you to create an animated character, a house, or even furnish a room. Beta testers say that the graphical editor is very simple, convenient, and intuitive. No additional training is required. The program provides two-handed operation as well. In one hand you hold a brush, and the other hand is a universal palette for choosing colors and a variety of brushes. You can draw with one color or with a dynamic paint. The interface within the program is very similar to that of graphic editing programs. Lone Echo. Here's the best VR game of 2017, chosen at the annual Game Critics Awards ceremony. Lone Echo is a space adventure with action elements, which transfers the player to the 23rd century. The action takes place on a space station that revolves around Saturn. The player is surrounded by virtual people, but plays as a robot with advanced artificial intelligence. The plot of the game is this. A mysterious anomaly deactivates the control system of the station, and everyone in it is threatened by a deadly danger. The player's task is to overcome various obstacles as well as solve puzzles to save the crew. Interestingly, Lone Echo lets you move in zero-gravity conditions, making the gameplay experience more exciting and memorable. The player can test his strength in single-player mode, or protect the space station with his friends using the multiplayer mode. The launch took place on July 20th, 2017. The game works with the Oculus Rift CV1 virtual reality glasses. Sprint Vector. Winning a race is not an easy task for anyone, even if it is a virtual race in the most popular contest program in the galaxy. Anyone who starts playing Sprint Vector will become a participant in a series of intense tests. To win, you must use your whole body. Runners run, fly, slide, jump, dodge, and even overcome obstacles, and shoot, of course, to feel the frenetic energy of a futuristic game. It's interesting that the player chooses the character himself. The choice is wide, from make-up space kids and DJs to graffiti artists and sharks from the underworld. The game becomes more difficult as you progress as well, with new maps and the need to improve different skills. What's happening on the screen will dazzle you, but that's the best way, according to the developers, to immerse the player in the world of speed and adrenaline. For the game, you need a PS4, special controls, and of course the PlayStation VR. Defector. For people who always wanted to feel like James Bond, Studio Twisted Pixel Games has developed a new crazy VR action game. From the first seconds of the trailer, it becomes clear that the creators of Defector were inspired by the adventures of Bond and the characters of the movie Fast and Furious. The spy game allows the player to become an elite secret agent who performs complex and very important tasks around the world. To go through this lengthy game, you'll have to be smart and master various high-tech spy gadgets. The path of the main character, of course, includes shooting, chasing, and a huge number of other activities. Always dreamed of creeping on the surface of an airplane flying in the sky, or solve several dangerous crimes? With Defector, it's possible. You only need a pair of virtual reality glasses. Hover Junkers. And this game, released in April 2016, at first glance makes you think about Mad Max. The person playing Hover Junkers will dive into a post-apocalyptic world where a whole flying platform the size of a room will be available. Using it, the main character plows the arid landscapes of the game universe and battles with rivals to get booty and scrap metal. There are 17 ships to choose from, each of which can be gradually improved. The cooler the ship, the easier it is to fight. In this thorough, well-designed world, numerous gangs are operating and fighting each other with firearms. To shoot back at rivals or just strangers from around the world, you'll have to master the skills of shooting, squatting, dodging, and hiding. Organ Quarter. Particularly fearless owners of virtual reality glasses can tickle their nerves with the help of a horror game called Organ Quarter. The developers raised funds for the release of the game on Kickstarter. The public liked the project, and on October 20th, 2017, it was released. Organ Quarter is an adventure VR horror in the style of the 90s. The protagonist has been locked in his own apartment for a long time, and then after finally getting out, he finds himself in a distorted and bizarre world. The city turned into a hungry, evil creature, and behind every corner the player finds danger. The developers added to their game all the things that are so valued in the genre of horror. The player will wander in endless labyrinths with just a few supplies and will have to solve puzzles. Hellelujah. Here we have a survival horror game which takes rivalry in VR games to a fundamentally new level. Instead of competing with each other, Hellelujah allows one player to play as the victim and the second as the villain. The player who wears the VR glasses is in a frightening dark dungeon, and he needs to get out as soon as possible. The second player has the tablet and controls the dungeon and monsters that are inside. So instead of playing against the computer, as we are used to, in Hellelujah you can play against your friend. According to the testers, it's equally interesting to be both the main character and the master of the dungeon. Hey, stop being lazy, it's time to use that brain of yours. Welcome to Brain Time. Incredible facts from the past, the present, and even the future. The power of nature and wild animals, amazing facts and unsolved mysteries. You'll find all this and much more here. Subscribe now, you won't regret it.